Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and tonight I'm here as part of BrickWall Horror to talk to you guys about another 20th anniversary review. So it's 2004, 20 years ago. A lot of movies came out, a lot of great movies, and so during the year, I've been doing my best to try to talk about movies that came out 20th anniversary, that are celebrating their 20th anniversary this year. I've done some on Instagram. I've done some here on YouTube. And trust me, next month, it's going to be a nice long list of 20 and 24. Y'all will see what I mean. It's going to be some really good ones, especially one I'm really excited for. But that's enough about that. Let's get into this review for Shaun of the Dead, celebrating 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. I love it, man. So this movie is a somewhat of a parody on the Dawn of the Dead movie. A little bit of a satire parody of it, in which a hold on, make sure I'm reading this synopsis to you the right way. In which a 30-year-old named Shaun must rise to the occasion and protect his friends and his loved ones when there is a zombie outbreak in town. This was like a real long synopsis. I didn't feel like reading it, so that's why I kind of just broke it down. So yeah, it's up to Shaun and his friends to make their way out of London, or into safety rather, so while fighting off the zombie apocalypse. This movie stars Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Excuse me, Kate Ashfield, Lucy Davis, Dylan Moran, Bill Nye, Jessica Hines, and an appearance with Edgar Wright, who was also the writer and director of this new here film. And he does a lot of movies with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. They're all really good movies. I really enjoyed them, and this is the one that really kind of like heightened it. And I gotta say, this is the first movie I've seen like this in terms of its stylistic choices. And this is one of the first times I have watched a director and been able to see movies afterwards. I'm like, yeah, that's an Edgar Wright move. That's an Edgar Wright movie. I know his cinematography. I know how he envisions a film. And it's Edgar Wright, Wes Anderson, and Quentin Tarantino are the main three. That's like, I know this is one of their films. Like, you know, so even if they produce it, I'm like, I know it's one of their films. So this is a really good movie though from Edgar Wright. It's very funny. It does a very neat satire on the zombie movie genre. It definitely brings a lot of laugh, and it does not skip on bringing the horror, the gore that you would like to see, that you love to see in a zombie movie. This is a perfect parody of it. There's a lot of jokes about the cliches of a lot of meta jokes about how the flow of a zombie movie goes. There's a lot of heartfelt moments because realistically, this movie kind of boils down to it being about friendship, because you focus a lot on the friendship between Simon Pegg and Nick Frost's characters, and just how Shaun wants to be a good friend to his best friend and a good boyfriend to his girlfriend. So it's it has a lot of heart in that aspect, and that's something that I really like, that I think makes the movie very endearing. Not to mention, I do like some movies with British accents. I like the Brits, shout out to them, right, over in the UK. But they have a very unique sense of humor, and I do like it. And I like that this movie isn't afraid to be as goofy and as funny as it was. I remember watching it as a kid, and I knew that I remember I saw it shortly after it came out. It was still, to me, it was still a zombie movie, but it was so funny. I got so many good laughs, so many unexpected moments. It's not afraid to be goofy, but it's also not afraid to stop and start to take itself seriously, but not too seriously. Again, that's one of the things I really enjoy about this film. This movie, it has a lot of critical acclaim. Matter of fact, this year they did a back in September, which was the actual release date, was September 24th. They did like a whole bunch of special screenings and stuff like that. I wanted to go to one, but I just wasn't able to. But regardless, this got a big celebration. This has a big cult following. This is a very highly critically acclaimed film. It made a really good amount at the box office, money wise. Let me see. It's something I don't really talk about very often, budget. But on a $6 million budget, they bought in $38.7 million. So they were a box office success, a critical success, and it still gets a lot of love and attention. And like I said, it put the trio of Edgar Wright, Simon Pegg, and Nick Frost kind of on the map in terms of being a comedic trio. And it's so much fun to watch this movie. I really enjoy going back and revisiting it. And it really just, it felt like, it was just a fun, nostalgic watch for me. And I got so much more out of it just being an adult and hearing certain jokes and hearing certain references or seeing certain, references in the movie. I really kind of understood that. And it was like, wow, I grew up kind of understanding this movie more and in a different light. So, 20 years of Shaun of the Dead, again, one of the most, this is also one of my favorite zombie movies as well. Like, it's one of the most influential on the satire and parody drama. Genre rather. And yeah, it's a really dope watch. So if you want to check out Shaun of the Dead, this as well as the rest of the Edgar Wright, they call it the Cornetto trilogy. That's one thing. This is one of the parts of the Cornetto trilogy. So, and if you guys are fans of Edgar Wright, you know what I mean. But if not, it's like a snack that's featured in each movie at a certain point, I think it is. And it's something that, it happened in all three of the movies. So Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and At the World's End was the last one in the Cornetto trilogy. But look it up, look into it. It's really, really dope. But other than that, this rating on Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 92%, and on IMDb, 7.9 out of 10. Me personally, as a movie, I give this a 5 stars. I really had a really fun time watching this movie. It was really great. I watched it a few days ago, so I don't remember a lot of the jokes that can really stick with me, but a lot of great visual gags and a lot of just a lot of fun moments. And it's a joy to watch this movie. As a horror movie, even though it is a comedy, it's still pretty it's pretty good with the horror. I'll have to give it about a 4.5 out of 5 on the horror scale, because it does provide you with the proper scares you get from a zombie movie while still being able to play it out comedically. So it's really fun, man. Make sure you guys check it out if you haven't yet. Shaun of the Dead, now streaming on Peacock. And well, that's it, guys. I'm almost at the finish line. Stay tuned, because we got some more coming for BrickWall Horror. It's not over yet. So make sure you hit that like button down below, subscribe to the channel, follow us on social media. Until next time, be spooky, stay scary. Peace.